Welcome back to Bombshells at the Villa. We have a crazy week to recap. We were going to record last night, but then we thought there's going to be some tea from last night's episode that we needed to get in. So
It worked out because there was some messy things.
oh my God. My notes are like full.
Yeah.
There's so many notes. America versus Huda.
It's the perfect title
It
for this
is
episode and this week.
They hate her. They hate her so much.
And I feel so bad. And I called it first episode. I literally said that the only one that's going to get hurt in this situation is Huda. And poor Huda is down real bad.
It's so funny too because I can't tell for the life of me if Jeremiah is sincere or if he is just that cool, calm, and manipulative.
I feel the same way. I keep seeing like people being like, well, maybe he's just playing the game, especially because when Huda almost went home and he didn't even like think to reach out and check in on her, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But he says he himself was really overwhelmed, which I can understand because that probably was like a crazy moment for them.
Yeah.
And so I'm so conflicted as well because, you know, he's a grown man. He could decide to leave this relationship, pursue other people because he has had interested people in him. And he continues to stay with Huda despite some of her maybe like character flaws. So I just don't know.
This is a great way to put it. I think he's like low-key afraid of her too. I think it started off where he was like, yes, I'm gonna only focus on one girl. Like he love bombed the crap out of her. And he's like, you know what? Let's ride this to the end. We're going to be that soul couple in the end and we're going to win this thing.
Yeah.
And I would have literally bet my left arm on if them making it to the end, he would have kept the money.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Especially it's always been a red flag to me when he said that, you know, outside of Huda, he would never consider dating someone who had a kid. Just, you know, like not that he has anti-kids or anything, just he's young, he's not looking to settle. And so I think that's a pretty extreme thing to just kind of be like, no, it's fine. We'll just pretend it's not like,
you have a child with another
part of
man
you.
who's still in the picture. Okay, sure. Yeah.
Past that, like
if you were like 35 to 45, that's
Yeah.
something to be expected when you're dating for people to have children. Not when you're 24, 25. It's not as common. Like, I mean, at least for me, they're my age. If I started dating a guy and he's like, oh, I have a kid, I'd be like, whoa. Like, I mean, unless you're like dead set, like, this is my person, this is the one. You just don't know that after a week.
Yeah, and like you can't fault him if he had said, you know what, like I'm just not ready for that in my life. Right. And I don't know how Huda would respond. I think she would understand that. Probably, you know, she held off telling him in the first place. And I do sympathize with her
which
because
is also
dating
a little
was a choice.
Yeah.
But I sympathize with her because I imagine in the real world it is very difficult to be young, be beautiful, and date while having a child.
Yeah.
It's not all about you anymore.
Hard enough, and then throwing a child into it, like people, you can't even get a guy to take you on a date nowadays. Period. When he finds out that you're a mommy,
I know
it's impossible. No wonder she came on the show, but she's never gonna have a date again. Like,
and she shouldn't come on this show. Like,
no,
she just came in with such the wrong approach, and we'll talk. I have so many feelings about Ace that I want to talk about, but I can understand.
I think we're on the different side of the Ace. Like, it's so funny because, like, I think he is hilarious. Him cackling at the recoupling sent me. He is such a troll, and I love it. I think he is so freaking funny. Him bursting out into laughter was the highlight of that entire recoupling because we all knew that America voted for this. We all knew that Iris was going to get coupled up with Jeremiah, and we're all like, yeah, whatever. Personally, I actually think Iris is a better fit for him.
I love Iris. I think she's super chill. Yeah. She seems like a really reasonable, very nice person. I feel bad for her because it's such an uncomfortable situation.
The worst person to be pinned up against. And it's not even her fault. And like,
No,
I don't feel like Huda's making it her fault, but she's low key making it her fault. It's not like she got to pick to be in this couple. America force fed her into this couple, and now she kind of just has to roll with it.
Yeah. And she's been very respectful and honest, you know, when Huda did approach her, like, what did you talk about? You know, you could tell that she was uncomfortable, but she, you know, said what he had said and was very upfront about it. But yeah, for, you know, with Ace, I can understand his perspective about how frustrating it is for Huda and Jeremiah to be approaching the way that they're playing the game. That being said, I don't think there's a one way to do Love Island. It is ultimately a competition, and there is some strategy to just ride or die with a couple and get to the end. Like, I get it. I still don't know, like we said, I'm just not sure where Jeremiah falls on that. I do lean towards him playing the game. So I can understand from their perspective that would be frustrating, because that's essentially like one less person you have as a chance for yourself to get to the end. I just find Ace to be so obnoxious about it and so egotistical. And I hate, even if he has like the opportunity to be right, I like don't want him to be, because I just can't.
It's so funny because he's so unhappy in his couple that he's literally just like making breakfast for Shelly and causing shit. Like, that's literally all he's doing right now. And I think it's entertaining.
It's so entertaining. I just think that it's way easier to be the one pursuing than it is to be in a couple with your partner being pursued. And I feel like he's had a very easy ride of Love Island because he basically hasn't been in a couple. And so it's way easier to not have to have those like awkward conversations of like, oh, I'm going to talk to this other person. Like, he could do whatever he wants. And so I'm like, how dare you have an opinion on how other people approach this game? You've had it the easiest.
I know. And he's only really pursuing Shelly.
Yes, but he didn't pick her.
Shelly,
so just like
Shelly. Yeah.
Poor Shelly.
Like, I know.
Do you think Shelly should couple up with Ace? Do you think they have something? Or, because I find it weird that they haven't really like had that moment of like, we're gonna be something.
I actually think Austin is a better fit for her. I think that she'll get bored with Ace. Like, I feel like Austin is more on her complexity level. And even though he's Austin and he has like his the moments, like I think that Ace, I see him as one of those types of guys that likes the chase and likes the
show
competition. Yeah. And I feel like if him and Shelly were coupled up, I feel like it will stay that way for a little bit. But I feel like if he has her, then it's gonna change.
Yeah. So. No, I totally agree. And I feel for Austin, because I think what's been such a bummer to watch is like, clearly, like, Austin also makes breakfast for Shelly every morning. Ace just decides to make it a show and like get other people involved. But at the end of the day, they're both making her breakfast and like showing that they care. And I feel bad that Austin feels like he's not like fighting hard enough because he's not doing all these events. And I think it just ultimately comes down to like the love language Shelly prefers. Like, does she like acts of service? Does she like quality time? Does she like being able to have like legitimate conversations with people, deep conversations that I haven't seen her and Ace ever have like a real deep conversation.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I hope she goes with Austin, but I wouldn't be surprised if she picks Ace.
Yeah, I would say the same, but that is a good point too. Like, Austin is more soft-spoken with the way that he approaches his feelings for Shelly. Ace gets everybody involved, and he makes a spectacle of it, especially him not even being in a couple with her. Every time he does something for her, he like shoves it down Austin's throat, and they always pan to Austin just sitting there eating his French toast, like all sad. Like,
angel.
The poor kid. Like, come on, give my Saskatchewan a chance. Like, at first I really couldn't stand him, and now I'm like, poor Austin. Like,
same. I think he's been handling it so well.
Yeah. Speaking of poor people, poor Charlie.
Oh my God. I was so mad he went
Charlie.
home. I was so
Why?
sad. Oh my God.
Amaya crashing out over sending him home was the most cringy TV I've ever. No, like shut up. It's not that
the
deep.
Audacity to vote for him after literally being like, "Oh, don't pursue me because Hannah's my best friend," and then you vote him out. I
was
genuinely
so cold.
think she was terrified of voting for Huda because she wanted to be like a girl's girl and like the wrath of what would happen. I totally get. Yeah. Personally, I think Taylor should have gone home.
Me too.
I'm shocked that no one else voted for him. The argument with, with Jeremiah and Huda not being open to pursuing other people, that argument should also be applied to Taylor. He's been in the same relationship since day one.
Nothing.
And he's done nothing. He's not even doing anything in his relationship with Alandria. He's like doing a little bit more than he started, but there's literal no depth.
Ace literally has to hold his hand and say, "Come on, let's go do something for Alandria. Come on, you can do it.
A little show.
Like, go. Like, no, like he's done nothing. He's just chilling. And it's like, if you're not into Alandria, that's fine. Pursue someone else. If there's nobody else there that you want to pursue and you're just going to sit on your ass all day, then leave. And it's like, I get that he's like really like good buddies with everybody. And that's the hard part too. But like, you have Charlie, who was proclaiming his love to Hannah before everyone voted him out of the villa for no reason. He's like, we just had a really good conversation. We're good now. Like, please don't vote me out of the villa. I swear. And Hannah's like, yes, please don't vote him out. And she's bawling her eyes out. And people are like, Charlie. And it's like, what do you mean?
Messed up. It was hypocritical to me. Like,
it was so stupid. I'm like, Huda literally could have walked out that villa, and I understand the idea of keeping her for her couple. Why are we keeping Taylor? He's not doing anything.
I know.
Charlie was in a set couple.
Yeah. Like that actually had potential. And I mean, Alandria said it herself that there's no like depth to any of their conversations. She's open to pursuing other people. He's not trying. She just hasn't found someone else. And like, out of the two of them, at least she's open and willing to communicate her feelings. Taylor doesn't talk about his feelings at all. Like,
he doesn't do anything. I think Jalen's a way better fit for her. Yes. People are saying that they want Alandria and Nick to get together. I'm like, ooh, spicy. Because they're like besties, but they were going at it in the cabin. I'm like, oh
my God, that was so funny when she kept getting picked. I was like, yes, queen.
Over his shoulder.
Yeah, so funny.
Well, he kissed her in the blindfold game.
That's right.
I think Nick's got a soft spot for Alandria. She's got those beautiful, voluptuous lips. I think he just likes to kiss them.
So funny. I could see that. Yo, I would be so there. I mean, I love when people start off as friends and then it turns into something more. So I
mean, everyone kept picking Alandria. I'm like, I want to pick Alandria at this point. Like, come on. Like, geez.
Her lips must have been so numb.
Oh my God. She was like, damn, again? And she's like, okay.
She's like, all right, well, I won't say no.
She's like, all right, give me my chapstick.
Yeah.
But, and then, oh my God, Huda during that challenge, she was like, it's like, you know that you're gonna crash out and freak out when you see something you don't like, but yet she's over there like looking in both of the challenges. She's looking, and then again in the cabin competition, and then she's like, I'm like, you don't have to look. Yeah, you know what's going on. You know what happens in challenges, and you're looking anyways for then to make drama out of it.
Yeah, like, listen, she's so entertaining, but she does herself such a disservice with the way that she acts. Like, I do think being hurt by the fact that Jeremiah didn't console her after almost getting voted out, like, that was so messed up. I also would.
That is the only fair point that she has made this entire season.
But then
that is a very valid point.
Articulating that by name calling and saying things that he didn't actually say, flipping him off, pointing blame at other people, like, it just overshadows the fact that, like, yeah, she had some right in there, and I think she's just very unwilling to take any accountability. That
100%.
The way that she acts doesn't help. Like, of course he's not going to want to talk to you if you're going to react and name call and be mean. I don't know.
And she also just hears what she wants to hear.
Yes.
Like, someone says, Huda, your shoe's untied. And she hears, Huda, I hate you. Oh my God, you suck. Like,
I know.
No, like,
and
her listening to the boys' conversation on purpose and then freaking out and then going and running and telling the girls the exact opposite of what they said. And they're all like, what?
Wait a second.
Did they actually say that? Like,
know.
And she's like, yeah, I just heard it. It's like, did you?
Roll back the tapes, my girl. I will say,
she better be there for movie
kudos.
night.
Oh, that'd be so great. I do hope that she stays for that because that'll be really funny.
They need to do it tonight.
They should. An early like
do a pre movie night because she's making zero sense.
Seats. I actually really liked Nick in that moment when Nick basically called Jeremiah out, being like, I mean, she has a right to be pissed off because you didn't console her. And you having this reason of like, well, I was overwhelmed doesn't negate the fact that you couldn't have been bothered to think of how she felt in that situation.
She was overwhelmed. So she was verklempt.
So I actually really
was one vote away from going home.
I was like, okay, Nick, very mature, very emotionally aware.
I think my favorite thing that Huda said, she was like, I was second to last to go home. I'm like, out of 3 people, Huda, chill out. Like, she was like, I was second to go home, and it's like, out of 3. Okay.
One vote, but
no, that recoupling was absolutely crazy. Amaya, like the way that she is going so viral right now. Oh my God, no, like, hush. It's not like they're not asking you to like push them off a cliff. Like, come on.
I do think, and I totally get this, that probably in the villa emotions are so high and so intense. And I do feel bad that America basically had this opportunity to be trolls and vote to separate Huda and Jeremiah, when in reality we're like messing with people's emotions. Like, I genuinely did feel bad, but I also really appreciated the drama.
If I could have figured out how to vote, I probably would have done it.
Download the app. I missed it, but I did download the app because I'm like, I need to.
Yeah. I gotta download the app.
Need to have a say.
I would have probably voted the same as well. I think all 3 of the couples were very much expected. Hannah and Pepe. That is one fine chunk of man.
Yeah,
he is.
He really impressed me on the date too. I was like, oh, there's more to you, because all you see is kissing.
I'm like, oh, all I see is tattoos and mustache. Like, show me some more.
I'm sure Hannah, like, I do hope that maybe Hannah and Charlie like connect outside. They had something going. There was a spark. It was so early, so I wouldn't be surprised if she does really pursue Pepe. Right. There was something there, like, physical attraction for sure, obviously. So
she has no other option now. I mean, it's funny because she said to Charlie, she's like, I usually went for guys like him in the past and it didn't work out, and like, he's a good guy, but like, you're my guy. And then 5 seconds later, he's gone.
I know. I feel really bad. I feel really bad. So I did see some people being like, why didn't she leave with Charlie? But I mean, they were just coming to that moment where then something could have really blossomed. And that's a lot to ask of someone, especially when there's money on the line.
True. If it's meant to be, they'll come back. People are hoping that he comes back for Casa, but I don't know. Casa's just still a little too far away. I feel like if it was like, but then again, I was hoping it was also going to be kind of like a Bergie situation where like he left and then he got thrown into this like bombshell hideaway ordeal.
Ooh, yeah.
But it was like he got sent home at such a like drama peak moment that there was too much admin with doing that.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. What do you think? Like, did you like having America's vote involved, or do you prefer having them choose it? Yeah.
I loved it because we all knew going into it exactly what we all voted for. And if we're one thing in this country, we're a democracy. Okay. we love to vote.
It's so good.
We love to say, we love to vote, we love to mess with shit. It's so funny. Like, we're all just like tiny little trolls on our phones, like, fuck you, Huda.
Ace probably like my minions.
I know. The way that he cackled was just so funny. But Alondra was even like, maybe America knows something we don't, and we're all like,
yes.
And it's not even that we know something that they don't. We just see the way that Huda spins things, and the way that her crash outs are completely avoidable because she comes up with stuff in her head, lies about it, tells the girls about it, and then crashes out to the girls about it. It's like, is it an attention thing? Is it insecurities? Or is she just not right in the head? Or is this environment getting to her mental health?
Yeah, I genuinely think it could be. I mean, we'll never know probably full extent, but it definitely seems just like the show was just not the right fit with what she was really looking for. And again, I can understand that she was looking for something serious because she is a mom and she needs someone that like theoretically be part of caring for and raising a child. It's just, you can't think that you're going to get that through Love Island. I just,
no, she needs more like mom talk. She needs more mom talk, and we needed less Love Island, more Mormon wives.
Yeah,
like
Mormon wives.
Like we're on opposite sides of the spectrum here. Yeah. Like, she probably just wanted to boost her Instagram, and now she just happens to be a mom. Then why do most people go on reality television? You know,
honestly, especially again, like there is money involved in this, like. Obviously, you want to root for true love, but at the same time, it's a reality show.
Decent and amount of money, but it's not like a $500,000. They have to split $100K, and after taxes, it's like
probably like pennies.
It's like basically like you're getting another like income off of it.
Yeah,
like it's not like you're making, but you know, they do get careers. I mean, I literally wrote a note. Where did I write it down? Last year's cast is being stacked up with commercial deals. The way that last year's cast has a chokehold on America is so funny to me. Like, this year, like the cast, like I love Shelly, I love Alondra, like I'm loving the girls. But like last year, like I can hear Caleb's voice in my head still. Aaron! Like I can still hear it. And the way that they're all of their careers have literally flourished just from them being on the show, and now they're getting their own spin-off. Like they're you watch it on Peacock, every commercial is a Love Island previous cast member doing Maybelline. Like, what?
It's so
crazy. Cool. And they're all terrible actors. It's hilarious.
But we love it. We love to see it. Yeah. No, I am. So funny. You know, I saw one post online, like, if you had to pick someone to pull for a chat, like, who would you pick? And it was a picture of all the guys. And, like, I was reading some of the comments, and all of them were, like, none of the above. Like,
none.
Hard pass. And
maybe Charlie, but now we can't do that anymore.
Exactly. And, like, there's moments, right? Like, Nick has moments where I'm like, oh, like, that was actually really, like, emotionally intelligent. And Austin could be a sweet baby angel. But I'm just like,
But then also when Austin talks, he's so monotone, and I don't know. I mean, I think I like Shelly, but like she's kind of like talking to Ace right now, and I don't really know what to do about that. It's like, man up, Austin. Like, plan a date.
I know.
Like, the other thing about this show that's so funny to me is like, why are they so fixated on breakfast? Did they not eat lunch and dinner?
I know. And
like,
also, I'm just
make her dinner.
You could do more, people. You could do more. I don't. Like, I know we don't see everything that happened in like all the conversations, but like when you think of like Taylor and Alandria, I'm like, is Taylor really incapable of actually having a meaningful conversation, or have they just not showed us them having a meaningful conversation? Yeah, I'm leaning towards him not being able to.
I mean, especially since Alandria has said like, I can't have a conversation with him, and he's just like, he doesn't do anything. Like, I think he's a sweetheart and everyone loves him clearly, but like he should have gone home. Like, There was no reason for Charlie to go home. And there was even Huda had more reason to stay over Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she's not well and she's Huda, like she had a real genuine connection.
Yes.
And was trying. Like,
and for all we know, Taylor
and
it was just there. And like for all we know, Jeremiah, you know, like we said, could genuinely be actually interested in Huda for real. Who knows? He hasn't given us any indication. It's just also like, how do you continually put up with Huda's dramatics? But
Huda
maybe he really is chill.
How do you put it? Period. End of sentence. End of sentence, question mark.
I know.
But watching him and Iris interact, they are very much both cool, calm, collected.
Yeah.
Very like, I mean, like, if I hadn't seen Jeremiah interact with Huda previously, I would have like, and I just seen him with Iris, I would have thought he was way more down to earth. Like, and not that he's not, but I think he just like let Huda crash out constantly. And he was like, even when he was telling Iris, he was like, oh, like we had our first little fight and like now it's over. It's like, you didn't know each other 2 weeks ago. Like, you should not be having an argument already that was that extraneous. Like, you can bicker with someone and like berate them, but like they actually had like a full on argument and they were both being babies and toxic. And it's like, does anyone not like, do they not see that this is a toxic relationship in the works?
Yeah, and maybe that's it. Like maybe they just like don't, like maybe they actually are both committed, but are also just not realizing the fact that they are both in their own ways toxic, not taking accountability, not being real with themselves, not setting themselves up for success. Like, and when it got tested, it completely bombed. You know, the moment that there was an opportunity for him to be supportive, he wasn't there. And similarly, when there were moments for Huda to be chill and understand the game and give him space, she did the opposite.
It's like asking a dog to walk on 2 legs. Huda, be chill.
Be chill, girl.
Be chill. Be chill.
You're making us look bad.
But then again, it's like, as females, we can relate to her crash out of her
100%.
Just trying to like put 2 and 2 together. But it's also hard to root for her as just a female in general, because she's manipulating every word that has been said.
Yeah.
100%. And it's like, even when they went on their water park date and she was like, yeah, he said he wants to live together. It's like, no, that's not what happened. You said you would like to live with your partner before you get married. And he said, okay, yeah, like I would be interested in doing that. And she tells the girls, he asked me to move in with him.
I know. I'm
like, you just met him 4 days ago. That's not what he said.
Like, why would you want that? You had like your child at home too. Like,
oh my god, that's the other thing too. It's like why would you? I understand maybe wanting the white picket fence for your child and stuff like that. Like, that's something that, you know, we can understand as non-mothers, but like, it's still like, I understand that she would want that, but like, shouldn't you be like treading lighter because you have a child at home?
Agreed. It's like, almost ironic
for another baby daddy.
She always says and brings up quite regularly that, you know, well, he love bombed me at the beginning and blah blah blah. And I'm almost just like, maybe she's the love bomber. Like, not as intense, like, oh, you're so pretty, I love you, blah blah blah. I mean, she does slip with a love you bye type things, but maybe that's habit. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. And it's also hilarious when she does that. But
she's like,
in the way she's controlling and, you know, oh, we're living together and, you know, oh, would you share your location with me? It's like a weird love bombing, controlling love bombing, manipulative love bombing. Maybe it's not love bombing in the way that
she's like a puppet master.
Yeah, she's like trying to manifest something that's not there. And I understand.
Like, keep trying to speak it into existence, girl. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, and like I get what you're like, why? Like, you want that white picket fence, you want a steady relationship, you want to be loved, like you want to have a partner, so feel. But It's not how you're gonna make it work.
No.
Sadly.
And I feel like maybe like at his core, he's more of like a lover boy.
Yeah.
And because he said that he's told like 10 girls that he loves them. Like, I think he's probably just a lover boy and he falls for girls really easily.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that she was like, "Ooh, like,
perfect.
I like that." Like, and then she makes him catch feelings for her and then tells him about the kid and still hasn't told the other guys about her kid.
Yeah. Like, I struggle with that because I can understand the fear of being honest up front and then none of the guys wanting to pursue you. Mm-hmm. But you also couldn't blame them if they didn't want to. Like, I feel like it would have been better to be upfront and then have someone be like, actually, I'm interested in having a family from the get-go. I feel like would have laid a better foundation if they already know. But, I don't know. I can understand why she wants to hold it back, but I mean,
it
seems a little wrong.
It's a big part of who she is.
Yeah.
And it's like, she's a mommy. She's a mamacita. And it's like, it's who you are. So I feel like withholding that information in general is fraudulent.
Yeah.
Because what if Ace randomly, well, Ace knows now, but like if Taylor, if he's like, "Oh, like, Huda, I want to pursue you," and then they start pursuing each other, is no one gonna tell him that she's a mommy until she decide like that's the other thing that is annoying me about her being on the show still is like, if you are, well, first of all, she's not gonna pursue anybody else, but if you were to, like, you need to just tell everybody from the jump, I'm Huda, I'm a mom.
Yeah, just be upfront. And I think that honestly, like, the producers of the show, if she had intended to do that from the get-go, probably would have had someone, a bombshell or someone that would have been potentially open, because usually they have people that, like, the cowboy dynamics have been coming in, and like they'll put someone in there for you.
Now she's just looked so crazy that none of the bombshells are like,
yeah. And that's just like, again, like, I feel like she does herself a disservice because I don't think she's always wrong. I think that what she's feeling is totally valid and understanding, the situation that she's in, and emotions are high, but then some of these choices that she makes, it's just she'd be like, no, girl, please stop.
Yeah. I'll give her one thing. She's not a chill girl.
No.
Like, no. She has no chill.
That was really funny. She's like, I'm actually a really understanding person. And I'm like, I think that could be true, but your actions have unfortunately suggested otherwise.
Unfortunately, you've twisted every single thing that anyone has ever said.
Yeah.
And
I still really like her.
Not like very understanding of you.
Yeah.
Because you can't understand what they're saying.
Yeah. You like choose to pick what you hear, and
exactly. She chooses what she wants to hear, and she chooses the worst possible things ever.
Yeah. Like, but at the same time, Jeremiah doesn't
he doesn't defend her at all.
Defend her. He also doesn't like truly speak his mind. Like, maybe part of the issue is that he does kind of lean in, like, oh yeah, like, I could see like living with you, but maybe he needs to be more direct, like, but not right now, and I don't know, like, that's hard. Yeah. You don't know how someone's going to read into something, and does he really need to, like, modify himself to make sure she's not twisting words.
That's why I feel like he's very much a lover boy, because he's like, oh, like, that sounds really nice. Like, oh, I love the idea of living with my partner. Really like, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, like, you are barking up the wrong girl right now. Like, like, you say that stuff to the wrong girl, and she's like, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, and you can't blame her because he's not giving her any indication that he's not actually interested or wanted to be open. Like, I think deep down, maybe he did actually want to have other conversations with girls. Maybe he wasn't fine with her being a mom and doesn't actually want to be a parent, but he doesn't like stay to his truth and just be upfront about what he feels, and just lets her continue to like take him on. And like, you can't blame Huda then for being like, I thought you loved me. I thought we were in this together. You're not comforting me. You're not thinking about me. Like, I get it, because he hasn't been honest, really.
Yeah.
So she doesn't know anything else.
The other thing too that I just saw in my notes that I wrote down was the double standards are so high. Like during the like X makeout game, Huda literally was like mwah, 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 with both of the boys, and then she gets to kiss two boys, and she kisses them. All right, she does. Mm-hmm. Like she makes out with both of them fully, and she's like, like, but the second, like, and then the boys only made out with one girl, and then she's doing her trapeze act, watching him.
That was so funny.
As if she didn't just get made out with two guys. Like, the double standard is so crazy to me. And then something along the lines of that happened with the whole Hannah, Charlie, Pepe thing, too. It's like, like, her and Pepe kissing is totally expected. He's a bombshell. They're each other's type. They kissed one time. And then Charlie immediately crashes out and tries to slide in on Amaya.
Oh,
it's like, that was so awkward. I mean, maybe she just like couldn't handle that and that's why she voted him out. But it's just like, she didn't pursue him because he was pursuing her friend and then voted him out anyways. I have to digress from that because it does not confuse me. It's so infuriating. I can't even form a sentence. But no, like the double standards are so ridiculous to me. Like, and they're coming from both sides too. Like, but that's the other toxic thing about Huda and Jeremiah is like the guys can get up all on her, but a girl can't even look at him.
I know. Yeah.
That's not.
And I have seen the claim online that she's like marking her territory by like giving him hickeys and such. Like I didn't really notice the hickeys or anything, but there's been talk about that, about her marking her territory and that being a little bit toxic, which if that's true, like unfortunate. But yeah, I agree. The double standards are real.
Yeah, it's not fair. And we don't stand for that.
No. And I want to root for her. I want to be for the ladies, but she makes it really hard.
Makes it so hard to be a girl's girl.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think of is it Jalen that's partnered with Orlandria now?
I think so. Him and Taylor are like very much the same type of guy. And it was exactly what Orlandria was saying. Like, I want a tall, dark, handsome farmer.
Yep, my cowboy.
And she saw Taylor with his cowboy hat. She's like, perfect. And she's like, actually, I want a tall, dark, handsome farmer who is kind, talks to me, and actually likes me. Enter Jalen. Like,
yeah,
I think noodle. That they are going to be a good pairing.
I hope
he actually is super into her. He came in for her, and they're coupled up. America clearly sees it too. And I think he's a way better match for her than Taylor. And again, Taylor should have gone home.
Agreed. Yeah, I have high hopes. I think Jalen, every time he looks at her, just seems like such a sweet person. I'm interested to get to know him more. Hopefully after all this like drama kind of dies down and we can actually get more of their interaction. So I'm hopeful. I hope that he gives her more emotional attention.
Yeah.
Deeper conversations, just listens,
attention in general.
Yeah.
Taylor just like doesn't
anything. Need Ace to tell him when to kiss her, take her on dates.
I know. I will say though, these three bombshells were probably three of the hottest people they probably could have brought in.
Oh my God, they're amazing.
They are all gorgeous, and I'm like, oh my God, like,
and seem like not messy people. They all seemed pretty like chill, which I liked.
Yeah, and I felt bad too, especially for Iris after the date. Well, also Huda like pacing the bedroom in the morning after, and then Taylor was just like, he was just pissed that she woke him up.
I know.
He's like, Huda woke me up just to tell me that they went on a date. He's like, I don't care, let me sleep. Like, and she's like, the ghost of Huda is just like,
the haunting.
The bombshells took them on a date. The bombshells took them on a date. Her sleeping alone though was like, it was kind of sad, but it was also like she was just like,
I know. Also, but I do feel bad. That made me think of the fact that they went a little bit far one night. Her
Oh,
and
they had sex.
Jeremiah.
They did it right in the bedroom.
Which,
and
oh my god, like I feel bad.
Oh my god, like I'm sorry. Ugh, gross. Like imagine like waking up to get a sip of water and you're like,
hello.
Oh god. And then she told everybody, and the next morning she's like, oh, I don't know, like I don't kiss and tell, but we totally did that.
I know. Oh, girl.
It's like, and everyone's like, wait, they're like, where?
When?
And she's like, in the bedroom, and they're all like, where we also sleep?
Like when? She's like, I'm not gonna say when. And it's like, okay, but like,
and it's like, okay, great. Like you just gave yourself to him and now you're not even coupled up with him and you're probably going home. Like, what was the point of having sex on national television?
But I also think that could be part of her crash out. Like maybe in her mind, she thought that was like another milestone or something, or another like moment for their relationship. And then for him, then that night, or the next night, to be like, Huda who, when she almost got voted home, like that would hurt real bad.
That's such a typical man, though. It's like you give him that, and then he's like, now what?
I'm done.
Yeah. Also, what went through my brain, this is just me being the person that I am, what went through my brain when they showed them humping in bed, I was like, do they have protection? Like, do they have,
no,
like, is there just like condoms in the bathroom just in case? Like, is there, or were they just like, I'm like, oh my god, that popped in my brain. I was like, ew, like, are they even using protection? Like, that's insane. Like, she's obviously fertile. Like, you probably shouldn't be having sex like, with her.
Did you not listen to what she just told you?
Like, she's a mommy. Duh. Mommy with an MMI. Like, she's probably very fertile.
Oh my god, yeah. I just can't get over just the awkwardness of doing that with like a million people around you, and also a camera right there.
It's just like,
no judgment.
And he's like,
but judgment.
He's like, wait until the lights go off. And I'm like, if you're gonna do it, there's like 80 other places on the entire villa for you guys to go and sleep.
Yeah, it's like that false sense of like, well, it's night, no one can see us, but there's literally like night cameras. So
there's
it's like
night cameras. There's the beds are about this far apart from each other.
Yeah,
and it's just like icky. Like, just don't be that couple. Just don't ever be that couple.
When they showed that, I was expecting it to cut to like the people that had slept next to them, like be like, what the heck just happened last night? But I thought that would have been hilarious. But they didn't. They didn't even like. There's no way that people didn't
harp on it more. But like them in the no, like he brought her breakfast and she's like, thanks, love ya. And she's like, and then she's like, yeah, we totally did it. It's like, are you okay? Like, I am so excited to watch tonight's episode because I'm just like,
the recoupling.
I genuinely think that Hood is probably going to go home tonight.
Yeah, so is it the girls that are picking or the guys though?
Oh.
Because I think it's the women.
But I'm wondering if these three couples are going to stay. And it's just the other couples that are recoupling. Because they were just put together last night. Or the night before. So like it wouldn't make sense for them to recouple again. I think this is just the way of the show kind of trimming its hedges.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah, because then it kind of negates the point of America's vote.
Right. Because other than just amazing reality TV. But because that way then let's see. If the girls are picking,
like, who does Amaya pick? My girl Amaya.
I don't know. Unless there's another bombshell, but probably not. Because, like, if Amaya picks before Huda, then she might just do, like, a friend couple with someone. But, like, because if Shelly, is she going to pick Austin again, or is she going to pick Ace? And if Huda gets to pick somebody, then she's not going anywhere.
Right. Like, I think a guy's at risk for going home, potentially. But a guy also just went home, so I'm not sure. I'm like, I need to do the math. Like,
what the math is. Yeah. But I think there's an even amount. Unfortunately, I don't think.
Maybe no one goes home then.
Let's look at our chart. They're just all recoupled because I mean, Huda could probably just do like a friend couple with like Ace or Taylor. Because Sierra and Nick are solid.
Yeah, because there are 7 women, 7 guys. So I'm guessing then no one's going home and they're going to be coupling
They're just making scrambled eggs.
So in that case, so Landria and Jalen stay together. Hannah and they stay together. Jeremiah and Iris. So then I'm assuming Nick and Sierra stay coupled up together.
Probably.
So that
leaves. I feel like they haven't really showed them really doing anything. Like, give me some spice. Give me something.
I mean, Sierra also wants spice. She said that they're hard at like doing anything. But that leaves us with Ace, Austin, and Taylor, with Amaya, Shelly, and Huda.
The only thing I can imagine happening is Shelly switching up and coupling up with Ace.
Yep.
Amaya coupling up with Austin.
Yep.
For friend vibes. And then Huda's left with Taylor.
Which actually can work because I think they are kind of friends.
Unless Taylor decides to do the whole like, you know, this isn't for me, I'm gonna self-eliminate.
Oh, that'd be great.
That would be lovely. And but then Charlie went home for nothing.
Yeah.
But then again, who would have Hannah picked?
But okay, the first look for episode 14, who's coupling up and who's getting dumped tonight? Ooh. But how? There's even numbers. The math ain't math.
Unless there's somebody that comes in tonight and they pick a guy. Like a girl comes in and picks a guy so that there's one less. Well, hold on. It would have to be a guy though coming in because
the girl or guy just went home.
And the girls must be picking because the guys picked last time. Either way, I'm not going to get my hopes up for Huda going home tonight. It would be like the most insane thing if she did. I was texting my friend about her earlier, and she's like, "Get her off my screen!" Like, she's get her off my screen.
And like to go home and get wrapped in a warm blanket burrito and just have some time for her
water. Like, come on! Like, your family's working overtime right now, probably. Like, she's with her baby daddy. Like, go home. I know. I saw her baby daddy, I guess, posted and was like, "I'm not watching the season. It's her thing. She decided to do this. I'm supporting her. Like, leave me out of it." And I'm like,
nice.
He's probably like, "Please come home. Like, you're embarrassing us."
How
and mind you, her baby daddy is fine. Like, he is a very, very handsome man. Huh. It's like she obviously has a type. Like, he has a very similar look to Jeremiah. So
yep, that makes sense. Yeah, listen, I'd be down for Taylor going home. Personally, I'd also be down for Ace, but I'm fine with him staying for the drama.
Ace is like the show's commentator. Like, he's just there. And I loved him not giving a damn about Huda being a mom. He's like, okay, and he was like, I was raised by a single mom.
You don't see
he's like, and he's like, so you're acting like it's hard. You're acting like you're the first single mom ever. Like, he's like, and
I know, that was really funny.
He's like, my mom had 4 kids. You have 1. Bet. Like, come on.
I'm like Nick being like, to a dog?
To a dog? Oh, a human child. Okay.
Like, no, she's real.
I've watched, there's so many people on TikTok like doing dramatic reacting of that conversation, and it's so funny. I'm a mommy, mamacita. Mama. It's so funny. So funny. But
yeah, I think the only other thing I'll say about Ace, the reason why I'm like anti-Ace, is his whole thing with Amaya. I really did not like.
No, it's not cool.
His whole thing with her, I thought that was really fucked up.
Yeah,
and rude.
But it's also kind of bothering me now. Why? No,
like, she's a lot. Like, not to say that she's not a lot. It's just that like you could understand why she crashed out, because it was like he picked her. And then all of a sudden was like, don't touch me. Don't call me babe. Actually, JK, I'm not to you, like, literal at all. And she's just like, what? So odd. The whole thing was so
odd. Standards of it all. He chose her because he liked her. And then she liked him back. And he's like, never mind.
Yeah. Which I'm like, Shelly, girl, please don't pick him, because
like that poor girl, she's been with him for a while now. Like, let's get a man. I mean, Amaya, like, she needs to kind of, people are like hating on her right now just for voting out Charlie. And it's like, she needs to kind of get back to where she was before, because she was in a good place before. And
she's just not, she hasn't really found a connection with anyone other than maybe Austin, but it didn't really like turn into anything. But maybe it does.
It's so early.
It's so early. With Ace,
like, you know. And that's the other frustrating thing about Huda and Jeremiah is like all these other couples, like they like each other, and there's really not any other hardcore dead set couples. The only close one behind them was Hannah and Charlie.
Yeah,
we don't have that anymore. Okay, we don't have it anymore. And it's like none of these other couples are. I mean, Nick and Sierra, I guess, but they haven't really shown them establishing much of anything.
Yeah, Sierra was basically not in the episode at all.
Anybody can flip it. Anybody can, like, it's so early, like nobody's completely solidified yet. And if you are, it's not for good reason.
Yeah. Like,
so, I mean,
you gotta be sussing it out. Like, if someone's trying to hold down in a couple and be like, no, we're like, this is it, we're in it. It's gotta be a red flag. Like, I understand again why is taking this approach, but she shouldn't have signed up for this show if that's what she wanted.
Right. And I understand that they're together 24/7. You get to know somebody at a more accelerated rate. And obviously there's been a lot of success out of the show, but like still, even you look at these couples like Sierra and Cordell, they won their season and they literally broke up like 3 times during the course of their season.
Anything can happen.
And she didn't even like him at first. She was like, eh. And like that is a normal progression of a relationship with someone you just met.
Yeah.
And they still won and they're still together. And it's like it happens. Like she didn't even like him when she first met him. And they're in love and they're still together. It's like you shouldn't.
Lovers.
Literally, they were like enemies to best friends to definitely enemies back to lovers. Like and well, more so him being her being his enemy.
Right.
She hated him after Casa. But like that is like normal. Like walking in, picking someone and seeing that's my boo after 5 days is like
it's not the right way to go about it.
Not okay. And I understand like love at first sight's a real thing, but like this is not what we're talking about here. We're having a different conversation.
No, and it's just the odds of that happening are so slim. Like, how can you trust that this person who's saying that that's the same is actually feeling that way? And I think Jeremiah just genuinely actually wasn't feeling that way. He wasn't willing to admit that to himself and wasn't being honest to Huda. And she got really connected with him emotionally and got her feelings hurt as a result. And I feel really bad.
He got laid and now he's with somebody else.
Like, what the?
And like, I'm sorry, all the other guys are keeping it in their pants. Like, well, I understand that you guys are in I honestly though, like she's probably the one that's in like making all of this happen.
Yeah, no idea.
Because
we'll never know because they'll probably never talk about it again.
I mean, if you're bold enough to do it on national television, mind you, national television that's happening now in real time.
Yeah.
Like you have a bebe at home watching you on TV. And then she's like, Dad, what's mom doing on TV? And he's like, she's having sex with another man. She's making another baby right now.
I hope not.
My God. Oh, that was where my brain went. Because I was like, imagine they didn't use protection and he knocked her up or some shit. Like something crazy.
Be so unfortunate.
That was where the first thing that went into my brain. I was like, no. We can't be doing that.
I just hope that she gets the emotional support she can get in this place.
Yeah.
I also hope Jeremiah gets the emotional support he can get because him and his boys have been beefing. Sometimes I think Jeremiah's in the right.
The boys are
Sometimes
right.
I think of the boys.
The boys are right.
The boys are a little hypocritical. I mean, they were on him about like you need to pursue other people, and then he did, and they were kind of being annoying about it. But none of this is black and white ultimately, which is why Love Island is so messy, so dramatic,
it's
so fun
messy,
to watch.
not clear as day, and that was right. Kind of goes along with what I was just saying. It's like a lot of the successful couples don't form until later on because you don't know these people. You just met them.
Yeah. And you need to kind of go through the trials throughout this process. Like, as much as Love Island is kind of a weird social experiment, if you will, like it really is really like socially acceptable time. I think Ara said this, to like actually be in a couple and actively pursuing other people, and you should kind of take full advantage of that, honestly.
Definitely, especially outside of the challenges too, because like in the challenges it's like you just make out with everybody. They're not even challenges. Like, that's the thing about this show that bothers me. It's like they're not getting anything out of the challenges other than shaking their butts and kissing each other. Like,
I kind of wish they would introduce like somehow you could win a date or something like that as a couple, like the top 3 couples that win, or like do something, get to have
a date.
I think they've done that maybe in the past, like with compatibility tests or something, but I feel like it'd be fun because it also forces, because maybe they're randomly paired up. It forces opportunity for people to go on dates that aren't actually coupled up and could like force them to talk to other people.
Yeah, that would make insanely more sense than what they currently do. Like they literally just jump on a log and make out, and then they go in a cabin and then they make out. It's like, what is challenging about this? It's pretty easy, actually.
And like you could still have that, but then also create these like forced interactions between islanders, and both could create separate types of drama. Like maybe someone comes out of that being like, holy crap, I actually really like this person, what the hell, like or separately like, oh my god, someone kissed so and so and it was super passionate and whatever. More opportunity for drama, I think, is never a bad thing.
So that's definitely a missed opportunity for the show. Like they need to make something out of it. They need to make it kind of like Traders, where like they need to earn the money. They need to make these challenges so that every challenge they do, they get $10,000 added to their thing. And after every challenge, there's a date for the people that win the challenge. Like, because there's not enough dates. They're just all at the villa yelling at each other. Like, I need more TV.
But at the same time, if you can get through Casa more, you're pretty much like, you deserve the money at that point.
I know. Casa, I know that's gonna be in a couple of weeks, and
I'm excited.
That's gonna be wild. But all right, well, eventful week so far. We know it's almost time to watch tonight's episode, and next week, hopefully, I don't know. Things, a lot has happened in the last week. That is the funny thing about. So much can change about this show overnight, and it's a wild ride. And recapping it once a week, it's like next week we're going to be talking about a completely different show.
100%. I mean, even after tonight, it's going to be potentially different dynamics. I mean, it'll be the start. I think this is a good like point to come in, and new couples will form and dynamics will change. So it'll be nice to reflect on that.
I'm not getting my hopes up for Huda going home, but if she does, I think it's going to be, the whole trajectory of the show is going to be very different.
Yeah. Hopefully more fun and not as intense.
Like, go home to your daughter. It's all right. It's just for you.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Take a vacation.
All right. Well, we will reconvene next week for episode 3. And happy watching, happy listening. And that's all from Bombshells in the Villa.
Manifesting your inner Charlie.